So, guys, Summerslam is over, and I just wanted to give my thoughts about the show, both night one for this video, and in the next one, I'll give you my thoughts on night two. So, obviously, this is the first ever uh, two-night show for SummerSlam, and honestly, I think that's the best thing they've done for this event because it worked. At first, I wasn't sure making it a 2 day event, is it was it a good thing or a bad thing? I was like, you know, may not end well, honestly speaking, but it did end well. And this might be one of the best SummerSlams I've ever seen. Like, seriously, like, it doesn't get better than this. From what I've seen, I enjoyed my weekend. And so, obviously, I want to get into it. Obviously, night one, we kicked off with Roman and Jay versus Braun and Bronson Reed. So this match started off good, lot of energy. You know, obviously Jey Uso and Roman started eating in between the match. That was funny. And then Roman did that crazy suicide dive, sorry, and he actually overshot it. That was so crazy. I've never seen him overshoot it before, and this might be the best one he's ever done. And obviously, if you look at him, he's in the shape of his life, looks chiseled like a Greek god. And Jey Uso, it was crazy seeing him wearing shorts. I mean, he did wear shorts before that too at Raw, but these type of shorts kind of took me back to the days when him and his brother used to have this face print and wear shorts. So this kind of reminded me of that. And yeah, the match was good, and then it really picked up pace when all the action started taking place outside the ring, and then when Roman speared Braun to the barricade, that was crazy. And although obviously, from what I could make out from this match, the feud has not ended yet. It was more like a placeholder, and but yeah, it was good to see Roman and Jay team up, and obviously Roman sacrificed himself for Jay. That was nice to see. Probably that's his way of, apologizing to Jay, and that's crazy, man. It was good to see that. So overall, I would, probably say I would give it a 3 out of 5, or 3.5 out of 5, three and a half, whatever it is. And then second match was for the women's tag team championships. You had uh obviously you had um, Roxanne and Raquel versus Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. And uh, I really like the duo of Charlotte and Alexa. It kind of worked wonders for Charlotte. She's finally getting cheered, and the crowd loves her. You could see it in the match, and this duo, this thing, the chemistry they have is amazing. I love it. I don't know if we all saw this, but it kind of reminded me of, kind of, not fully, kind of reminded me of Team Hell No, of Daniel Bryan and Kane. This kind of felt like that, but this is more different. They're more friendlier and goofy, whereas those two were like either fighting most of the time or goofy and a bit friendly. Whereas this has a friendliness to it, but at the same time, they're not like, oh yeah, we're friends and all. But I'm pretty sure as days pass by, I think that bond is gonna become stronger. Obviously, in the end of the match, everybody thought, for a split second, even I thought Charlotte was gonna hit Alexa because of the spot earlier where Alexa accidentally knocked her out. But it didn't, and they won the tag team championships. That was good. I was happy. Uh, Overall, I would say match was entertaining, and probably give it a 3.5 stars. Uh, it could have had more drama to it, but you know, I'm not saying, I'm not complaining. It was a decent match. I liked it. So moving on, we had Sami Zayn versus Karrion Cross. Now I expected this match to be a banger. Not gonna lie, I'm like, okay, hey, see, uh, these two guys can fight. They can wrestle well. Both of them can cut promos and whatsoever. They can do it all. But I mean, not that I'm nagging or complaining, but the match didn't really deliver. Obviously, Sammy won, and don't get me wrong, I love both of them. I love Sammy, I love Cross, but I think Cross kind of deserved this win more than Sammy. Cross needed this win, because even if Sammy lost, it really doesn't affect him. But obviously, if you had seen the match, you could see why they made Sammy win. Obviously, if you saw the spot in the end where Scarlett gives him the pipe, and in his mind, he's like tempted to use it, but he doesn't. And instead, he does it the right way, uses his finish and wins. So basically, they were trying to say that, hey, Sammy proved Cross wrong. And it's the first time ever Cross has been wrong. This is what I thought the ending was, but honestly, it could have been way more better. They could have done a better job, but it is what it is. Like, it's happened now. And obviously, it was a finish, could have been better. Like, Cross shouldn't have lost to one hell of a kick. Uh, he should have at least taken two. Losing to one kind of makes him look weak, but hey, whatever. Like, it's okay. I just hope him and Scarlett, uh, you know, get their contracts renewed because they are very talented people. Uh, I still feel they haven't been used to their potential yet. If I just hope Triple H pushes them because I see a lot of potential in them. I love those two. They have great chemistry and they can do a lot more. So I'm just hoping they sign new contracts. So moving on to the next match, we had the women's championship match. Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of expected Jade to win. Obviously, on paper, if you look at this match, Jade is strong. She looks great, and she's been dominating, especially her last two matches. She beat Naomi clean, really like dominated her. So obviously, everybody was expecting, oh hey, she's gonna be Tiffy time. But that didn't happen. Obviously, Tiffy retained her championship. Match was like what, 7 minutes long, I guess. And I'm not saying it was a bad match. It was a good match, but I kind of expected it to go a little longer, and a bit surprising to see Tiffany retained. But then I understand why they did it because she's beaten what, a lot of big superstars so far. So I guess adding Jade to that record would help her and make her a legitimate champion. So I get it why they did it. But again, yeah, losing to one moonsault, I was like, okay, hmm. But I would give this uh, probably a 4 stars. Would have been five if they went a little longer. But hey, it was a decent match. And then we had an entertaining match. Everybody was shitting on this match, but this match was pretty entertaining to me. It was Randy Orton and Jelly Roll versus Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre. let me tell you something. You could see how much hard work Jerry Roll has put in for this match. He he lost a lot of weight. He was able to move. He was able to do his moves well, on the spots, and he took a lot of crazy bumps, that frog splash onto the announcer table, and you could see him setting himself up and trying to set himself so that he could take the bump. That was funny. But otherwise, the match was pretty entertaining. Logan Paul was the MVP of this match, whether you like him or not. In this match, Logan Paul was the MVP. He literally did it all. Like, he showed the world that, hey, I'm not an outsider anymore. I can do this just as the other wrestlers that have been here in the company for a long time. And he proved that last night. And it was fun to watch that. And obviously, Orton and McIntyre added legitimacy to the match. And yeah, overall, that was a pretty entertaining match. So I would give this also a 4 stars. Loved it. And you know what? Actually, I'm gonna give it 4.5 because uh, Logan and Drew won, and obviously, it's probably the first time a celebrity lost a match. Normally, if there's a celebrity involved, they're always going over. But obviously, you could see that Jerry Roll loves this business and takes it seriously. He didn't want to go over, and that's a great thing, man. Honestly, I admire him for that. I know he's a great singer and all, but to see him do what he did, he's definitely earned my respect, and it was great. I hope he wrestles even more. Probably fans might not like that, but I liked it, so I want to see him more in the ring in the future. So yeah, moving on to the main event. Oh man, main event was CM Punk versus Gunther. Wow, this match was a 5-star classic. I enjoyed it. It was amazing. You know, and to mention uh, CM Punk's gear, he was obviously wearing a Fantastic Four gear. Loved it. Loved the color. At first, I didn't realize it was Fantastic Four. By looking, I just thought, okay, light blue. It's the first time ever he's wearing light blue. And then I realized, oh, okay, this is Fantastic Four. And him and Gunther put on a clinic, man. Oh man, those chops Gunther was giving CM Punk, Jesus. And even Punk was giving a few back. So if you look at their chests, it was pretty red. They were bleeding. Especially Punk, you could see him bleed here. And that was crazy. They just went at it. And there was a time at which I thought, oh shit, Gunther is winning because he was killing Punk. But this Punk, obviously, as a babyface always has a comeback. He did that comeback, and then that spot where Gunther, took his eye off the ball. He went on, stood on top of the commentator's table, tried to show off, and then he paid the price and ended up busting himself open. And that was crazy to see because it's been a long time since I've seen blood like that, and they just openly showed blood like that. So I was like, oh wow, they actually did it. And then Punk obviously winning made me so happy. I was on cloud nine. I was like, finally, after what 14 years, he won a world championship in WWE. I was like, this is crazy. And then Seth's music hits. Now, I kind of knew Seth was gonna come out, but I thought he was just gonna come out and then go back. I didn't expect him to cash in. Now, when his music hit, I was like, oh shit. Now he comes out, obviously, he comes out in crutches with Paul Heyman, and then he just stands there, basically telling Punk that, hey, I'm gonna get you when I heal up. But obviously, that wasn't the case. He turns around, walks away. I was like, yeah, he's not gonna cash in, but damn. Like that spot where he just stands there and then he drops the crutches, removes his glasses. I was like, oh shit, he's cashing in. And then he walks to the, I mean, he runs to the ring, beats the shit out of Punk with the briefcase, and kind of hits him back on back of the head too, if you watch it carefully. And then the one stomp, and then he's world champion, man. I was like shocked. I was like, you know what? I didn't see this coming. This was unpredictable, and I love it when the product is unpredictable. It was cinema. It was amazing. So if you include the whole thing, the match and the cash in, 5 stars. And wow, man, that whole segment was amazing. Obviously, I was sad because Punk lost the championship, but hey, I'm pretty sure he's gonna win it back down the line. But man, this cash in was amazing. Apparently, they call it Ruse of the Century. The first time was Heist of the Century, and this was this. I have nothing to say. I'm just speechless. Like it was so good. Uh, I was like, okay, this kind of like made me even more excited for night two. I was like, oh yeah, night two is definitely going to be so good, and then it was, which I will be talking about in the next video. So far, this is for night one, and night one overall was a was amazing. So I had fun, and yeah, this one probably the best SummerSlam of the year in a long time. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video. I'll be talking about night two. If you like the stuff, my content, and you can subscribe, like and subscribe, and I'll see you all soon. Peace.